Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Original Characters.
Yeah.
And you're probably wondering, what the hell is this, Jeff and Kevin?
I'm Kevin.
They already know who we are if they're listening to this.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
We're your original characters.
Yeah.
Your hosts.
Yes.
I'm Jeff Pennington.
I'm Kevin Cole.
And we're just two pals who have a storied history with original characters.
Yes, we've created them. We've loved them. We've had our hearts broken by them. And we've been very confused by them.
Confused more often than not, because there is a world of original characters out there for everything under the sun, and there is a certain age group of people who tend to make original characters.
Depending on the medium.
I was definitely that age. I was in middle school to early high school when I was heaviest into creating original characters for all my favorite things, and they were all terrible, just like most of them are.
I didn't create so many in middle school. I was very much obsessed with making myself into a character, and I was very into LiveJournal and that sort of thing, but I always observed...
That's what LiveJournal was. You made yourself into an internet character.
Pretty much. Like I was manufacturing new sadnesses to feel. But I feel like that's not so different from the original character scene. And I had friends who had like Sonic OCs, and I had and have friends in the furry community, and that's kind of different because that's really more like creating yourself. But this is about characters. This is about like
even if you're creating characters in the furry community, you're creating like actual original characters that aren't tied to a franchise.
Yeah, but these are franchises, baby.
The biggest pool of original characters in the entire internet, to the point where there is an actual wiki called the Sonic Fan Characters Wiki, sonicfanon.fandom.com. Go check that shit out. Free plug.
Check it out.
Sonic the Hedgehog is so deep with original characters that the Marianas Trench is fucking terrified of what they'll find down there.
The whole trench is
The trench is terrified.
The trench has willed itself emotion just to be afraid of the Sonic fandom. It's true.
The internet is mostly Sonic fan characters, if this website is to be believed.
A little background on how we came up with the idea for this show is we were having a non-monetized friend hang.
We do that once I don't know, decade, millennium.
Yeah. We hung out with the express purpose not to, make anything, just each other laugh. That was the only thing we were making. And we were hanging out with Josh, and I think we all just did the meme where we Googled our name and the hedgehog, and I fell down a deep rabbit hole with Kevin the Hedgehog.
The fun thing about Kevin the Hedgehog is that he's not just on the Sonic Fanon wiki. He has his own wiki. The Kevin the Hedgehog wiki. Like, the emotional honesty on display with Kevin the Hedgehog. He's also a hedgehog. I don't even want to know what that means.
The emotional honesty on display, the pure unrestrained id of someone making a character that was everything they thought was super cool and super valuable, that as an adult, I just had a perspective that I was like, a lot of this is real, but some of this, like, you're going to find out, Kevin. I assume. Unless this person's not Kevin, like, maker of Kevin the Hedgehog, you are an inspiration to me.
Yeah, and Kevin the Hedgehog is definitely not really named Kevin. He just chose that name because he thought it was awesome.
It's a cool name. We all agree.
We all wish we were named Kevin. Continue.
Duh. And I just want to take this portion of the podcast to emphasize we don't want to make it seem like we're punching down on these people, and we don't want to make it seem like we think these people are stupid for trying to create something.
Look, if these people are stupid, then I'm also dumb as fuck, because I did this all the time growing up.
We're going to make some silly characters on this show, and we're gonna try and make each other laugh, and that's fine. I just don't want anyone to feel like that their creativity is being critiqued in a mean way.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
I'm in my early 30s. You're in your late 20s.
Yep.
There are people our age who are becoming like writers for television, for movies, for cartoons, for everything. Those people all had characters, would have had characters on this wiki if it existed when we were all teenagers or younger. Like, there is no writer in the business of writing anything related to nerdiness in any way, shape, or form who did not have at least one fan character in their lives.
Yeah, and in many ways, everything is a work of fandom because everything's a remix, and there are no new ideas, and creativity is just hiding your sources.
That's true. I mean, one of the most popular fantasy novels of all time, The Sword of Shannara, is just Lord of the Rings where all the characters' names are changed.
And that's alright. I mean, the show is a little weird, but yeah, that's fine.
Did you watch that show? I watched all the way up until almost the end of season 2 when it got canceled for good reason. What a fucking wild show that was. We'll talk about that later, maybe, but...
Yeah, that's its own episode.
This podcast is an educational podcast. Don't turn it off, it's not really. But if you listen to this podcast, you'll learn either A, how to make the worst possible fan characters you ever could make, or B, through the opposite lesson, learn how not to make terrible fan characters and better your own stuff.
I also think that this is an important way for us to learn because we're full-time professional creative people. We need to learn how to make stuff for us and not for like a market because none of these characters are marketable.
No, if you went to your local Walmart and you saw a Kevin the Hedgehog on the shelf, you would wonder what the fuck instantly.
But like Kevin the Hedgehog was made by
Kevin,
by his creator, by Kevin, because Kevin could not sleep until Kevin the Hedgehog
wanted
existed.
To be a part of Sonic. Like, Kevin loved Sonic so much that he felt like I want to be a part of this. I want to do something that's connected to this world. And he did, because he wanted to.
He did. There was a story in his soul, and he got it out there. And, you know, that's really fucking hard sometimes. And maybe we can take a lesson from that. What did you learn going through the Sonic Wiki in preparation for this episode, Jeff?
I learned that mental health in the United States of America could definitely use a boost. Because these kids are going through some shit, dude. They need someone to help them.
Like, a lot of these are very cathartic. And I think we are, in general, approaching these works of art where the artist is at a vulnerable period in their life. And that has been the impetus to create.
Ooh, we're getting scientific.
Yeah, so I had a theory going through a lot of these characters, like, because I kept thinking, why Sonic? Like, why not? Like, why doesn't Mario have this same? Like,
how do you make a Mario OC?
I don't know. It's just a dude with a circle nose, I guess.
It's Mario, but he's like, well, there's Sig Mario. Did you ever see that?
Is that Sigma from Mega Man combined with Mario?
No, it's like the M sideways is the Sigma symbol.
Oh,
so it's like how Luigi has the L turned upside down.
Is there Marthrio?
Like, Sig Mario is somebody's like joke about like this is what a Mario character would be like if it's a Sonic character. Go look that up, everybody.
Go look at. So my thought was, okay, so Lisa Frank, right?
Right.
Lisa Frank characters are usually motion animals like dolphins, cheetahs, penguins,
unicorns.
Horses, unicorns, things that go fast. Because in an oppressive society, for women, what is valued most is the idea of freedom and motion and escape. So I think that Sonic is just another motion animal. Like, he represents this idea of freedom and escape, and just by virtue of he is a rat that goes fast.
This sounds like bullshit, but I believe it.
But like, that's gotta be it, right? Like, because there's a little bit of lore to Sonic, and like, clearly the people on the Sonic fan wiki have a better grasp on the lore than I do.
For sure. Well, the thing is, like, the whole thing about Sonic going fast took a back seat in Sonic the Hedgehog at a certain point,
right.
where, I don't know, maybe around Sonic Adventure 2, when it became about, like, animal angst, like, these sad animals having to deal with loss, and maybe kids find that to be, like, an easy way to, like, of catharsis, of putting their own problems through real spindly-legged fast animals.
Yeah, because, like, your emotions are like firing on all cylinders with your hormones, right? So you got to put a story to that because you're a human and you need to understand why your brain's crazy. So,
man, I feel like we're almost touching some universal truths in this podcast already. In this Sonic the Hedgehog fan character episode of our podcast.
So with that in mind, I'd like to present you with Kevin, who is also a hedgehog.
I want to point out real quick before we do that
sure,
the Sonic Fanon Wiki has 10,832 pages if you thought we were full of shit about how many of these fan characters exist.
I would again just like to throw out, like, this is not our house. We are guests in the Sonic fan community. I just hope
I used to live here, Kevin. Like, when I was a little kid, I'll throw this out in front of everybody to be judged harshly, as I should. When I was younger, I had a subscription to the Archie Sonic the Hedgehog comic series, which got, like, stupidly melodramatic as it went along. And I was enthralled at this comic book. I waited by the mailbox like fucking Duck Twacey for his comic. For when that Sonic the Hedgehog comic was going to show up. I was on Sonic message boards. I had my own recolored Sonic characters, I guess. I don't remember any of them, but I for sure had them.
So I'm a guest in your house. In this.
Hey, I moved out a long time ago. I moved over to the Mario side of the street a long time ago. I liked Mario more even then, but there was no weird melodramatic sexual tension Mario comic that existed, so I was shit out of luck on that.
I think there's like a manga Mario that like has his dick hanging out for like a few panels.
What would the name of this be? Just for our listeners' sake, of course.
I don't know. I think it's called Dick Mario or something.
Mario, okay.
He puts on the dick hat. And that's
know there is a Mario manga that's still running that like started when Mario started, and it's called Super Mario Kun, and it's just been running non-stop since 1985.
There's not a Sonic manga, is there? Like,
I have no idea.
I know the Sonic comic because I also had a few issues of the Sonic comic.
Yeah, so did the writers. The writers had a few issues too.
Hey.
Gotcha, Ken Penders, you fucking psycho.
It's the Jeff Pennington Gotcha of the week.
Gotcha, bitch. That's the sound clip.
Perfect.
As a little note, before we get into this, we're like 80 minutes into this or something now.
Yeah.
But before we get into this, the Sonic fan character phenomenon does not just exist within young kids. Ken Penders is a 50-year-old man who worked at Archie Comics, who eventually left Archie Comics and sued them for all the characters he made while he worked there. And he is still to this day trying to make a non-law-suitable version of all those characters in their own comic. And it's hilarious to watch this man.
Wait, so he's basically doing a comic full of his OCs?
Yes, that is exactly what he's doing.
Something to shoot for, I guess.
I mean,
if not the whole.
As long as he doesn't get sued to shit by Sega, then he's fine. But his art is also terrible, so there is that.
Oh, damn. Hope he's not listening.
Ken Penders, if you're listening, eat a dick.
Damn. Sorry, Ken. Gotta back up my mans on this one.
I don't know who you are, but fuck you. Jeff said you suck.
Jeff said you suck.
That's loyalty right there. So, Kevin,
gotcha, baby.
Tell us about the aptly named Kevin the Hedgehog.
Alright, so this is Kevin, who is also a hedgehog. Kevin the Hedgehog was taken.
Okay, Kevin, who is also a hedgehog. What is Kevin's last name?
I think it has to be who is also a hedgehog. Let me give you some stats on him.
I'm ready.
He's 35.
Damn.
I wanted an old anime character. Like,
yeah, he's old as fuck when it comes to Sonic years. I don't think there's ever been a character that old besides Dr. Robotnik in all of Sonic.
Is Dr. Robotnik supposed to be 35?
Maybe.
Is there a canon age on him?
The only canon ages I know are Sonic and Sonic. That's it. That's all I know.
I thought about going dolphin for him, but he's definitely a hedgehog.
There's only three races you can be as a fan character and encompass the entirety of fan characterdom. It's like hedgehog, fox, echidna. Those are your three choices because those are the three ones that are in the game first.
Are there many echidnas out there? I didn't run into too many. There are a lot of
echidnas. I will point out when we get to my character why that's a problem.
Gotcha. Eyes. We gotta go 2 different colors for the eyes. But...
Of course.
But I didn't want to go too crazy. So I got 1 hazel eye and 1 brown eye.
You went absolutely zero crazy on that. Like, most of the time, no one's going to be able to tell.
But if they really look, if they really get in there...
Yo, what's up with your eyes? Are they slightly different browns?
Yeah, like, that's reasonable, right? Like, I feel like if you saw someone...
That's very reasonable, Kevin. I don't think anybody's going to have anything to say against that.
And I feel like that's also a good little catch. Like, if someone's trying to, like, jack my style or, like, release their own fan version of Kevin, who's also a hedgehog.
Your version of fan version of Kevin the Hedgehog?
Okay, so a thrice fan version of Kevin the Hedgehog. You know they're a true fan. If you see 1 hazel on the left and 1 brown on the right. That's just good. That's just attention to detail.
I'm impressed. I'm very impressed.
Thank you. And for alignment, I went with chaotic good. Because, I don't know, he's a bit of a nut. He's crazy.
They all are.
If you listen to his backstory, I feel like you'll get why he's edged towards chaos. Yeah. Let me give you the hot soup.
I'm ready
on
for
Kevin
it.
the Hedgehog.
Spill that tea, sister.
All right. Kevin was born in Tornado City, where he lived with his 2 moms for much of his young life.
Progressive.
I know, right? I don't know. I just thought it'd be cool. Like, I didn't see I saw a whole lot of parent stuff in a lot of the bios.
I saw a whole lot of homophobia on that wiki, so I'm pretty psyched that there's...
That's not so good.
No.
Like, you know, Kevin's got a deep respect for moms and for, you know, relationships and love of all stripes. So I feel
That's beautiful. That's what the wiki needs.
Yeah, okay. Here's where the story takes a sadder turn, though.
Oh, God. How many of his moms die?
Well, unfortunately, by the time Kevin turned 35, a tornado unexpectedly destroyed Tornado City.
How ironic.
Sweeping everything away, including his mom's, to the tornado dimension.
Oh my god! You're introducing so much lore to the Sonic world.
Because, like, I didn't want to give myself, like, 2 gay moms and then immediately kill them.
Yeah,
no,
talk
just
about
lost in the tornado
burying your
dimension.
gays immediately.
Yeah. Don't do that. They're fine. They're just in the tornado.
Ship your gays to the tornado dimension.
Alright, yeah, that's not so good either.
It's like a vacation dimension. There are no tornadoes in the tornado dimension, so...
Yeah, maybe it's not so bad. Like, maybe it's just sort of like Kevin feels left out and he wants to get back to tornado dimension.
Canonically, the tornado dimension is like Club Med all the time.
Yeah. So I'm anticipating your next question, Jeff, and you're like, how did Kevin survive?
Of course.
Well, Kevin survived the Tornado City tornado because he had jury duty in East Tornado City, which was not affected.
Jury duty.
Yeah.
They got a lot of juries in the Sonic the Hedgehog world, dude.
I mean, there are a lot of, like, judge, juries, and executioners out there, but there are some legit, like, legal... Like, we have to have the rule of law.
Like, he was
come on.
Tender young age of 35. He lost his parents.
Yeah.
I feel bad for this character already. We got some pathos going here.
Yeah, and I feel like that event sort of thrust him into the chaotic part of chaotic good because he was, you know, neutral, lawful, maybe, like, you know, just trying to be a good citizen. But, like, what did that get him? 2 moms lost in the tornado dimension. That's what that got him.
Man, I am
So,
envisioning the parade of people who are like forming just an anti-Kevin Cole commission for you sweeping his beautiful mothers off at the beginning of the story.
I feel like I can probably add some more,
Maybe they come back
diverse
later.
characters.
Maybe they just went on vacation and didn't die, and they're just like, oh, we forgot to tell you, sorry.
I mean, as parents, they are going to get written out of the story anyway. So I do need more diverse characters in this. I can't stop with Kevin's moms. Can't that's like they're there. They're supportive. They're in the tornado dimension. He's trying to get to the tornado dimension. Maybe to say I love you.
Maybe they send letters still.
Yeah,
maybe every time there's a tornado, it leaves behind one letter that says to Kevin, who is also a hedgehog. Love you.
I feel like we could do some B plot in the tornado dimension as well. We gotta keep it in the viewer/reader's mind. Like,
it's true. Maybe they like renew their wedding bells in the tornado dimension. They're officiated by a small tornado that has little glasses on when it looks at the holy Bible, whatever they got in Sonic. I don't
know. Kevin does have some less woke qualities.
Oh shit!
Like I want to keep him a little.
He's a racist?
I want to give him some room to grow. No. He has a fundamental misunderstanding of the concept of dads.
Oh, because he only had the two moms, so he doesn't know what dads are about.
Yeah, it's an ignorance. And he has friends who have dads, but he never thought to ask about them. And this leads to a lot of scenarios where he can outright disrespect dads out of pure ignorance. Like that, there's some room for growth in Kevin.
Kevin, who is also a hedgehog, dad hater.
Just dad you know what? Yeah, he's got some hatred for dads.
He's got a little bit of bigotry towards dads. He's got to grow out of it.
Hedgehogs fear the unknown, much like us all.
It's true.
And I wrap this all up with Kevin quests to discover the secret of the tornado dimension and rescue his city and his moms.
Damn, I'm ready to read this story that you'll never write. You'll keep talking about writing on your blog for 6 years and then disappear off the internet.
I wanted to fill out a section of talking about Kevin's romantic life, but I feel like Kevin doesn't kiss and tell.
Damn, he's a gentleman too.
He's a gentleman. He's had many exciting flings in his life. Too many to recount, and it would be way impolite if he did. So,
what type of powers is Kevin, who's also a hedgehog, slinging?
All right, I couldn't choose. There are a lot of powers.
All of them.
Like he's proficient in a lot of them. Maybe not all. Like definitely not tornado. He's not proficient.
It would solve all his problems if he was, though.
Yeah, that'd be one and done. No drama. So his powers are karate, psychic, bug, spicy, anti-tornado, and sword.
Fuck, this dude knows spicy?
Yeah, he knows spicy.
Fucking Shadow the Hedgehog move over. He knows spicy.
Yeah, he wields spicy with, I guess it's like maybe a crystal. Like I imagine these as like little chaos emeralds containing these pillars of the universe.
Like the little bomb items from Mario RPG. They're just crystals with little faces in them that show what they do.
Yeah. The spicy one's like kind of sweating a little bit, maybe little tears coming out. Spicy's too spicy for spicy.
Spicy just has a grayed out habanero pepper on it to let you know.
Yeah, and I feel like anti-tornado, like that's just a tornado going in the other direction, which like that draws on Nietzscheism, which is like if you tangle with tornadoes, be careful you don't become a tornado. Like he spends all his time fighting tornadoes. Is he really even better than the tornado?
He stares deeply into the tornado. The tornado stares back, right?
Yeah. Like it's a real caution for him. Like he's gotta rise above just being a tornado hater, dad misunderstander.
He's got a lot to learn at the tender young age of 35. He's got a long way to go.
I mean, you never stop
That's
growing.
True.
That's the lesson of Kevin, who is also a hedgehog.
I didn't know I was gonna grow as a person today until I met Kevin, who is also a hedgehog.
He's also got weapon, because it's a dangerous road to the tornado.
He's got sword. I know that already.
Nope.
Oh, what?
He's got the power of sword. That's different from actually having a sword.
You've got my attention, sir.
So he's got a hairspray flamethrower, because that's the coolest weapon ever.
He's...
You okay?
I'm following along well.
He's got those cool needle things that Sheik uses in Smash Bros. Like, those needles?
The needles that Sheik throws.
And, like, that's a hedgehog thing. I wasn't even thinking of that. Like, I feel like that's a missed opportunity if no other hedgehog is using, like, the ninja needles.
That's true. You just shoot them out of your back.
Yeah.
Or you grab them out of your back like you're pulling arrows out of a quiver.
Ah, that's so cool.
Dude, I know how to make a shitty OC like no other.
Dude,
I'm ready to punch up for you.
I can just see him, like, pulling one out of his back and, like, he's kind of winking, but that's really him aiming. Or maybe he's, like, wincing because it hurts.
Ah, shit. A little bit of blood came out.
It's like Wolverine.
If he's in a really hectic battle, he comes out with just a big bald spot. It'll grow back. It'll grow back.
which is usually on the top of his head. But it also, like, reinforces the fact that he's, sort of making his way into middle age.
It's true. He's headed there. Thanks for reminding me, by the way.
Hey, man.
You're not that far behind, by the way.
Dude, I know. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, your favorite man's in the world is Picard.
It's true.
He's the best. And he'd suck if he had hair.
He sucks when he does have hair in flashbacks. It looks terrible.
It really does. He's also got a warhammer, because I like warhammers. I think they're cool.
A hedgehog with a warhammer. That's a new one to me.
Yeah, it's not like an Amy Rose warhammer. This is like a historically accurate Hemo warhammer. Like,
it's a cartoon hedgehog with a historically accurate warhammer.
Because, alright, what if he runs into, like, an armored, I don't know, robot? Like, those have armor on them. Yeah, exactly. Those needle things aren't going to do dick.
So Kevin's enemy is the tornado.
Yes.
Well, he doesn't even know who Dr. Robotnik is.
He's gonna run into him at some point, though.
Man.
So that's a little bit of foresight on my part as the writer. That's a little omniscience in there.
Maybe Dr. Robotnik made the tornado.
I'm kind of like Eru Ilúvatar in the Lord of the Rings series. Like, I'm kind of like, the godlike being, just, like, putting things where they need to go.
Of course.
Yeah.
Hopefully the tornado doesn't turn out to be Melkor.
This is a great show. Can I just say? We're giving up everything.
I gotta imagine that at least half the people who've been listening to this have shut this off by now.
Yeah. I feel like the tornado dimension definitely cut our listenership down.
Just when we made Lord of the Rings references and then you snort laughed. I feel like a lot of people were like, all right, I'm done. This is too much for me.
These guys are too cool. They're too cool.
It's like staring into the sun, but with my ears. I can't do it anymore.
All right. Last part of my character sheet, because then I kind of lost the plot.
I'm gonna be talking for the next 2 hours.
These are my stats. We got charisma, 8 out of 10. That's good charisma.
That's pretty high charisma.
That's talking.
He's
charisma.
Pretty charismatic. He's probably like been with a lot of ladies, but he won't tell you because he's a gentleman.
He won't tell you. He's not going to tell you about it. Wisdom, 10 out of 10.
Oh my god, he's so wise, but he hates fathers. How can he be so wise?
I figured that's more of an intelligence thing, which I didn't even write down a stat for that. Like,
so he has 0 intelligence. Cool.
I mean, I guess. Let's talk about muscles. 7 out of 10.
Oh my god.
He lifts.
This is a gym rat, literally.
He's got some seps, some biceps.
Like we need a third person on this podcast to just sit with a drum set and wait for us to say shit like that for that boom ching.
I mean, I can just edit that in. Like, I can edit it.
No, we need the third guy for that for sure.
We need to just pay for a drummer to sit in.
Absolutely. There has to be a drummer on both sides of the conversation. So 2 more guys. And they just wait for us to say shit like that.
Yeah, live in-house.
We just need an in-house band. Let's get fucking Questlove on here to...
Oh, yeah. I mean, he'll definitely want to come on once he sees our OCs, in action.
Dude, we're gonna be the most famous internet people once this shit gets out.
Yeah, this definitely isn't just for the people who already follow us on Twitter.
Fucking McElroy who?
God, we're so smart.
Now kiss.
Dads, 0 out of 10.
Should have saw this not coming, I guess.
Rage, 9 out of 10.
Oh, dude, this dude fucking hates tornadoes.
He's really mad at tornadoes, and sometimes dads. Because, again, confusing. He'll get there.
He meets him and he's like, wait, you're a parent, but you have a dick? What? Get out of my sight. What are you doing?
He just, he's trying, all right? But right now he's got more important things to think about than whether or not dads really exist. And if it's all not just a big prank on him.
So, I was completely, sort of related. I told somebody I felt that way about the Sega Saturn the other day. I feel like that's a prank everybody's been playing on me for years. Because I've never seen any gameplay from it, just still photos, and they all look fake.
Is that the one that's kind of 3D?
Yeah, it's the one that's between the Genesis, or the Sega CD, and the Dreamcast.
Yeah, I know the Genesis and I know the Dreamcast, and whatever's happening in the middle there, I don't tangle with.
It's a mystery to most, man. Like, Sega of America was just like, here's another system?
It's a mystery to most. Juggling, 3 out of 10. He's still learning.
I'm glad that it exists. I'm glad that stat is on that sheet.
He's working it out. It's a little, he's working on it. It's just, he's got to grow. All right.
What's your personal juggling stat, Kevin?
Oh, definitely 0 out of 10. Cannot.
I'm rocking a 0 out of 10 as well.
I don't have the hand-eye coordination for juggling. Like, I kind of wanted to. So here's a little cutting room floor for you.
Oh shit.
I wanted to kind of weave in the fact that Kevin, who is also a hedgehog, is part of an a cappella group.
You have to have that in.
I feel like that's gotta be part of it because he needs camaraderie and he needs friendship.
He's got to have friends, and also, you can put some of the email characters we got from listeners.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
In his acapella group.
That's what I'm talking about. And much like juggling, acapella and any singing on key is completely outside of my skill set. So I was like, I have to incorporate some of my own horps and drums.
My horps and drums.
Horps and drums. I'll never be an acapella, but maybe Kevin, who is also a hedgehog, can, and that's okay. And
that's what original characters are about, man. You live your dreams through them because you're gonna have to face crushing reality every day.
I think that's why I couldn't really put words to Kevin's many exciting flings because I don't think that's very exciting. I think Kevin figuring out who he is, like going through a little self-discovery. I think that's the story here.
I don't know, like what kind of weird hedgehog sex is he having though? That's what I want to know. That's what the audience demands.
See, that's not part of, what I need out of this character.
All right. Let me delete some of the stuff on my sheet before I get to it.
No. If it's part of your character, you got to keep it in because this is about us expressing the deepest id of our souls.
Man, I fucked this up completely because I made this character from the point of view of a middle schooler who isn't me. So
we're gonna find Jeff in there.
It won't take long, by the way.
And finally, my last stat: leg lifts, 7 out of 10.
Oh my god!
He doesn't skip. Cool.
Cool.
So that's Kevin, who is also a hedgehog, an original character. Kevin Cole, age 29. Do not steal.
Do not steal. That is the most important thing to take away from this podcast.
Yeah, I feel like it is. A tribute. Definitely a tribute.
Kevin, who is also a hedgehog, is a great original character.
Thank you, Jeff.
I'm excited to learn about his further adventures in none of the episodes we ever do of this.
I'm excited to learn about your character.
All right, well, let's start at the beginning.
Yeah, hit me with the hot goss.
His name is Dark Devil the Echidna. Dark Devil is one word.
Dark Devil.
Dark Devil.
Dark Devil.
Real name, Jeff, of course.
Of course.
He was born Jeff, but he changed his name to Dark Devil.
Oh, well, you can't look at a little baby echidna and name him Dark Devil.
I don't know. Once you learn more about him. His nicknames, Murder Machine, Death Incarnate,
Damn.
Jeffy.
Threw me for a loop there, Jeff.
That's what I'm here for, man. His age is 16, but he's actually thousands of years old, but he only looks 16, so he's still hot.
Holy shit. Damn. That's confusing, but I'll...
The reason why he's an echidna, by the way, is that Knuckles, canonically, is supposed to be the last of the echidnas. But fuck that, my fan character's an echidna. I don't give a shit.
I mean, I guess it's still a big deal since I guess they can't... But can they make a baby echidna? I guess we'll find out. I haven't heard anything about this.
I don't know how echidnas mate, so... Especially in this world.
I bet it's weird. And cool.
But it's weird. Sexy. I mean, so his height is 6'8".
Damn! That's like Sonic Boom Knuckles height.
I had to program in a genuine misunderstanding of the world that I'm putting this character in.
You're like twice the fucking height of Minecraft.
His weight, 200 pounds.
I guess that makes sense.
Because as a young kid, I wouldn't know that if someone's 6'8", they would probably weigh more than that.
Is he like top heavy? Does he have long gangly legs? Or...
He looks like a standard Sonic character, but he's 6'8".
So he's just really big, but with all the Sonic.
Yeah,
proportions.
he's like his feet are like massive. Like he could just walk on water due to the buoyancy of his feet. His eyes, I went the same way you did. He's got to have two different colored eyes. So I wrote, one is glowing red with hatred, and the other is glowing blue with even more hatred.
Oh my god, so it's like on cold fire with hatred.
Cold fire.
It's fucking brutal.
His color is black and red, but not like Shadow, because Shadow's a pussy.
Alright, well, if you're coming at the king, you best not miss.
Nah, dude. Clothing, black leather jacket with skulls on it.
I didn't even think to put clothing on Kevin, who was also a hedgehog.
Jinko jeans. And he's got shoes like Sonic, but black. But he also has orange deflector tags on, so he doesn't get hit by cars at night. He's goth, not stupid.
That's smart. That's thinking. Yeah. There are cars in the Sonic universe, right?
In the racing games, there are, I guess. No, there are cars. There are cars. There are. They're just regular people in the Sonic universe. Did you know that?
Oh yeah, because he's got a girlfriend who's a lady.
Oh yeah. Let's move away from that as fast as possible.
We'll come back.
We'll come back. His alignment, chaotic evil.
Damn. Well, I guess we have chaos in common. That's good.
In parentheses, just like the Joker.
Oh man. Do you have
his favorite food? Blood pies, black pudding.
I'm just gonna put a name on the fictional character who created this fictional character, because you did it from the perspective of someone who's not you, right?
Yes.
I feel like Ronnie. Ronnie made
Ronnie. And he named his character Jeff, of course. Alright, I got likes and dislikes on this shit.
Oh, damn. Hit me on.
Likes, murder, sex, drugs, rock and roll, My Chemical Romance, death, puppies, wieners and hoo-hoos equally. This is a progressive program.
That's pretty good. Hey, Kevin, who is also a hedgehog, has a... That's great. Like, there's another LGBTQ character in the story.
He is the Joker, but a hedgehog, so perfect.
Maybe not a role model.
Probably not. His dislikes, I took a lot of this from actual lists of characters' dislikes from the wiki. Annoying people, happiness, Miley Cyrus, his parents, other echidnas, other goths, preps, nerds, cheerleaders, full-grown dogs, cats, hats, rats, placemats, colors, Cartoons, anything not goth, anything not serious, living, and boats. Fuck water, it's deep and scary.
I mean, that's true. Let me rewind a little bit. That was a lot.
His dislikes list is 3 times longer than his likes.
I feel like the boats thing is like maybe Ronnie like was like hot off of a vacation with the old man or something like that.
For sure. Like almost everything in this is just Ronnie working at his own aggression through this character.
Also, I like Ronnie's musical taste, and I guess Jeff's musical taste, because I was down with the My Chemical Romance for a little bit of high school. I like that stuff. I
don't think I was that into My Chemical Romance. Like, I spent a lot of my youth, like, sneaking and watching BET and being really into Cash Money Millionaires.
Damn.
So, I lived a real thug-ass life in my tiny room in West Virginia.
I was big into the emo, so I was listening to, like, Bright Eyes and Dashboard Confessional, and, like, the emo kind of died out after...
I would have pegged you as Dashboard Confessional right out the gate.
Yeah, I kind of wear it. But I got into the My Chemical Romance a little bit. Like, it's hard to avoid the Black Parade when it was getting radio play.
It's true. It was all over the fucking radio. I was never one of the people who hated My Chemical Romance.
But there is definitely a type, and I feel like what is it? Devil?
Dark Devil.
Dark Devil. I'm sorry.
Dark Devil, like Echidna.
I got to start using his mainline name.
True.
Dark Devil.
The name he chose for himself.
Cool.
Dark Devil.
I guess it makes sense. Also, he hates echidnas. There's only one other one. He hates Knuckles.
He hates Knuckles. That'll all be revealed in his backstory when we get to it.
Man, I'm just trying to get into the headspace of someone who makes an echidna OC but hates Knuckles.
So, I wanted to specifically point out that so many lists of likes and dislikes on the Sonic Fanon Wiki have stuff that does not exist in Sonic's world on it, like Miley Cyrus or My Chemical Romance. So I had to include that shit.
Yeah, definitely no boats exist in this
No boats. There's definitely not a ton of levels that have boats in them or anything.
Placemats do exist because Denny's is canon in Sonic.
It's true, the Sonic Grand Slam, right?
The restaurant Sonic does not exist.
Well, Sonic runs it in the Sonic world, so it makes sense, finally, to my 12-year-old brain.
They have to have done that cross-promotion.
I don't know, I've never heard it. I feel like Sonic the Restaurant is like, I'm not touching that shit. Just come and get our drinks. Stop fucking talking about that.
Shit.
Friends, none.
What?
Enemies. Enemies, Dr. Robotnik, Sonic, all of Sonic's stupid friends. Bullies at school who he'll definitely kill. Anyone who's happy.
Whoa.
Ronnie's got some issues.
Ronnie, I get you're venting and you're hurting, bud, but like...
Don't let your teachers see this, Ronnie.
Yeah, we gotta attack this in a constructive way, Ron. Like...
Rivals, Shadow, who is lame, but's almost cool enough to be a rival, I guess.
Ooh, a little Sundari in there as well.
Ronnie actually loves Shadow, but everybody makes fun of him, so he tries to act like Shadow's not cool.
Aw, poor dude.
He loves them. Powers. Here's where it gets good. He controls fire, ice, wind, and lightning. He can cause earthquakes, and all of his energy is black because it's soul energy, and his soul is black.
That's pretty
Telekinesis, telepathy, laser beam eyes and mouth. Can use Chaos Control without Chaos Emerald. Could stretch like Luffy and turn Super 3 like Goku without the emeralds.
Damn. Wait, is Super 3 the one where you're gold?
Super Saiyan 3 is the one with the giant hair that's gold.
Yeah. Does he have gold hair or is his hair also black?
Everything about
is it like
him
reverse
is
gold?
black.
Got it. Alright.
I get into his forms later.
Oh shit, this guy's got forms?
He's got forms. Let's talk a little bit about Dark Devil's personality before we get into that backstory.
Yeah, get me inside his head.
Dark Devil is a rebel without a cause. He hates authority and happiness and only wants to cause pain and suffering like he has to deal with every day of his life. He hates his parents more than anything for being stupid and is glad that they're totally dead and he never has to do his stupid chores or visit his ugly aunts ever again.
Damn.
He's super cool and he never gets bothered by bullies taunting him. He just kills them like he kills everybody because he's so awesome.
Dark Devil.
Dark
So
Devil's
bad.
a force to be reckoned with, man.
So bad, but on a really petty level.
He is very petty now that I'm thinking about it. Let's get into that backstory.
Yeah, give me some. Spoon it up.
Dark Devil was born during the ancient Echidna times, like in Sonic Adventure 1, but he thought the Echidnas were stupid for worshipping a god because God isn't real, so he took most of the power from the Master Emerald and went to the future where people are cooler.
This kid would blow my mind as a middle schooler. I was so fucking, like, straight-laced and good and trusting.
Wait, what?
And dumb. Like, I would have listened to every word out of this kid's mouth.
You would have been like, holy shit, Echidnas worship a false god?
What if I do too?
Oh no. Nobody told me that God might not be real.
I better hedge some of my bets.
I better start worshiping Satan to hedge my bets.
Yeah, because if God's not real, then Satan's definitely.
He's totally real. But when he got to the future, he found out people are way less cool than ever, so he decided to become evil. Knuckles isn't the last Echidna. That's stupid, and if you think that, it's wrong because Dark Devil's here too, and you're stupid.
So, there are more Echidnas.
According to Ronnie, there is at least 2 Echidnas, Knuckles and Dark Devil.
But Dark Devil believes there to be more Echidnas, or is that omniscient narrator?
I think that's omniscient narrator.
Okay. This sets up some interesting twists.
Dark Devil left all the Echidnas back in the ancient times.
Right, because he went to the future, and then he didn't go back to the past.
No, the future sucked, but it sucked less than the past.
I mean, that's true. That's a hopeful message.
Dark Devil is 100% right in that the past sucked more than the future does now. So he met Dr. Robotnik, and he beat him up so bad that Robotnik told him where the Chaos Emeralds were. He went to find them, but Sonic and his bully prep friends showed up, and Dark Devil killed them all with one move, and then he used the emeralds to resurrect them like in Dragon Ball Z, which no one but Dark Devil knew they could do. He then laughed at them for being so weak and flew away to have sex and do drugs instead of have kitty chili dog parties with lame cake.
Ronnie strikes me as an older kid in the friend group.
You think so?
Like, he's really, like, looking down, I feel, on some of the more lighthearted aspects of the series.
True. Like, he's definitely the kid who, like, loved Sonic when he was younger. And then, like, as he's gotten older, he's gotten into all this, like, fake goth shit. So he's like, Sonic's lame, but my character's awesome, and he kills Sonic.
I just feel like he doesn't have a good vocabulary for his own feelings, and so he defaults to rage, which is immediate and understandable.
That is 90% of the Fanon Wiki. Nowadays, he goes all over Mobius and kills people for fun, and no one can stop him because he can turn Super 3, which none of the other guys can do because they're much weaker than he is. He also spends a lot of time at the mall because there are lots of sexy older girls there who he can have sex with. Older age-wise, not how long he's been alive, which is thousands.
So wait, he lived thousands of years in the past, and then he came to the
There
future.
are so many plot holes in the Dark Devil story that I put in on purpose. I'm glad you're picking up on it.
I love it. I feel I'm worried to have Kevin, who is also a hedgehog. I'm worried that they might interact.
Dark Devil is definitely going to kill Kevin, who is also a hedgehog.
You're like thousands of power levels above Kevin, who's also a hedgehog.
It's Frieza versus Krillin over here. Although if we go to a gym, you're definitely gonna win.
I guess that's the only place I'm safe. Well, maybe the tornado dimension.
True, but you have to find out how to get there for your moms first. Maybe Dark Devil has the power.
Maybe we could have a mutual enemy or something. Like,
Sonic and his fucking prep friends.
I actually don't mind that so much. I feel like we could dunk on Sonic and his, but I'm definitely. Given he's also a hedgehog, he's definitely the Tails in this scenario.
That's true.
It's hard not to be when you could go Saiyan 3.
Let's talk about his transformation.
Yeah, okay.
We haven't even
gotten some transformations. Let's do it.
He can go super, and like how Super Sonic goes super.
Okay.
But he turns even darker black with a red aura, and he can shoot full bazooka blasts without using the Chaos Emeralds.
That's pretty cool.
He can turn into this form whenever he wants. He doesn't need the Chaos Emeralds ever.
Does he just do it when like he's like flying around? Like, does he just turn it on and off like his flipping channels? He can turn it
on and off like Goku. He just yells and turns into Super. He's got Super 3. He skipped the stupid Super 2 that looks the same and turned Super 3, which gives him a cool giant mohawk that's red, but he's even darker black, like those YouTube videos where it looks like somebody photoshopped, but it's real. That's him.
That's pretty cool. I like the mohawk.
He could destroy Earth if he wants to, but he doesn't want to because he wants to kill everyone one by one and see them die for real.
Now there's a plot hole tied up. Like, that was definitely a question mark.
I'm tying up loose ends here, man.
Ronnie is really anticipating my questions here.
He's one step ahead of the audience. He's got one last form. It's called Ultra Super Red Blaze. Only he knows what this form looks like, because he used it to kill God, who wasn't real anyway, so it was easy. And that's him. That's Dark Devil the Echidna.
I mean, I'd love it if our characters could be friends, but I feel like there's no way that could ever happen.
I don't foresee that.
And I mean, it's a shame because I feel like Dark Devil seems like a baritone, which is just what my acapella group.
Maybe he also just loves acapella.
Maybe that's his like one song. Maybe like that's where he gets real. He's like, yo, are you guys singing acapella?
Maybe Ronnie saw like YouTube videos of acapella and he's like, oh, that's really cool. Dark Devil's really good at it. It's under his skills list, under like the power of fire, ice, water, and lightning. Also really good at acapella.
That one's for Kevin. Wink.
Man, we've got two like big prize winner characters here.
I feel like between the two of our characters, there's just so much like of the Sonic fandom. Like,
it's true.
There's all of the rage, all of the weird creativity, and the hopes, the dreams, the power levels. Like
the hopes, the dreams, the power levels. We're definitely going to get back to that when we get to the Dragon Ball Z characters we're going to make down the line.
I'm really trying to keep my head above water with this Dragon Ball Z shit. Holy shit.
Now that we've learned about these characters, now that we've bared our digital souls, or at least the souls of people we made up, to the internet, we asked our followers on Twitter to send us their worst Sonic the Hedgehog fan characters.
I asked for their best.
I corrected you in your thread.
I feel like we're two parts of the brain here. Like, what? Like, you're the bad boy and I'm the good boy. Or maybe we're both good boys and the world is indifferent to that.
Maybe morality is a construct. Maybe.
I mean, I feel like Jeff would certainly agree with that.
Well, like Ronnie would agree with that through Dark Devil.
Through Dark Devil, yeah, via Dark Devil.
I'll be the bad boy. I haven't been the bad boy on I have been the bad boy on a podcast now that I think about it, but not with Josh. But
yeah, that's kind of a hard.
Just like on Rider Club Radio, I'm the bad boy.
Bad boys.
Bad boy. Bad boy.
You want to trade off doing these OCs?
Absolutely. Right. Since I just talked forever, why don't you take first shift?
Okay. So this is from Sean. Is that fine?
You can call him Boston Sean.
Oh, this is from Boston Sean. From other podcasts I listen to.
Yeah, from M Class Podcast. Go listen to it.
Go listen to it.
Kevin's on it sometimes. He should be on it again soon, actually.
Yeah, I should.
Yeah, I fucking should, Jeff. What are you doing?
Now I'm the bad boy.
Oh, God, we shifted.
All right. Sean writes, may I present to you Nee, the Wallaby. Nee, Ken-E.
Ken-E.
Ken-E. K-N-E-E. Like,
he's a wallaby. That's new. He's a rocko.
Yeah. Nee is Shadow's best friend. I mean, best friend. They do everything together when Shadow isn't working.
Working?
uh,
Shadow's got that 9 to 5 these days, so he's got real busy ever since he met Charlene.
Yeah, I guess Nee's a trust funder or something. Shadow does everything to keep Nee safe, and that's why Nee isn't supposed to talk about Shadow to anyone or hang out with him at school, even at lunch. Oh no.
I don't like this story anymore.
That's okay. Nee knows that if anyone found out how much Shadow likes Nee, then they would target Nee. Okay, so it's sort of preempting the Spider-Man situation here.
Oh god, he's Aunt May. He made Aunt May to Shadow.
Nee is a naturally gifted jumper. He can jump higher than any stupid fox or blue hedgehog. Yeah, there is a lot of shade in this community. Nee knows that one day he'll be able to jump so high that he'll be able to save Shadow for once. Aw, that's kind of cute.
That's adorable. We have aspirations in this character already.
Not only is he a really good jumper, but he's also a good breakdance fighter.
Oh shit, this is my favorite character now.
He learned how to do it in Japan when he went there on spring vacation. That's cool as shit.
Dude, this is my favorite character now.
He didn't like the sushi though. Ick.
Oh, get the fuck out of here, Nee. You're my least favorite character now.
Nee, you gotta grow up, man. You gotta try new things. Nee is orange with blue highlights and he wears blue shoes. He has a pouch where he stores Shadow's stuff when Shadow gives him things to hold on to, like gum and wrappers and his gun.
His gun?
Nee, that is evidence. Get rid of the gun, Nee.
Don't touch it with your bare hands,
Don't touch it with your bare hands, Nee.
Don't get your gross pouch goo all over it, either.
Sean closes. Nee also wears a belt with a cell phone holster so he can call his mom. I feel like Nee and Kevin, who is also a hedgehog, will be thick as thieves. Like, Kevin, who's also a hedgehog, would probably substitute teaches at Nee's school and like maybe like tries to like get a little of that acapella in there for the kids.
He
like,
goes to he talks to Nee and he's like, Nee, you shouldn't hang out with Shadow. He's a bad influence.
Also, hide the gun.
Please drop the gun in the bushes and don't tell anybody where it is.
Kevin, who is also a hedgehog's whole new quest is just keep Nee out of prison. He's too beautiful from jail.
Jesus Christ. Well, I think Nee fits very cleanly into the extended universe, the original character's extended Sonic the Hedgehog universe.
I think he's a cutie. I really like it. I really like his design, and I think he's good. I think he said like Sean said he was making a worse bad character.
No, that was I like him. I find him hilarious because he's just a Shadow fanboy that became a character in the game.
I think that's lovely.
Definitely made by a kid who loves Shadow. Like, Shadow's his favorite. He wants to be Shadow's Tails.
Yeah. Like, Baby Sean, who invented Nee, definitely hung out with Rodney, was the younger kid in the group, and was like, I don't get why everyone's sad.
Man. Thank you for that email, Sean. We need to figure out, like, a system, an original character's patented system of whether we approve the character or not.
I think that's a good character. That's my metric.
Okay.
That's a good character.
That's a good character. We'll think of something better eventually, everybody.
I feel like just having something nice to say about the character, that's a nice thing to do.
God, you are the good boy.
I'm the good boy. Why do we have to put numbers on this thing?
You're like 10 out of 10 good boys.
Oh no. It validates me, but I didn't want it to.
Our next email is from Spivsy, who's also a big-time M-Class podcast emailer.
Nice. Welcome.
Original character Do Not Steal, Rodney Dangerhog. And he included a picture of a drawn head of Rodney Dangerfield with blue hair on a Sonic body wearing high heels. This is a good time to stop and point out that we're going to have a hashtag on Twitter. hashtag original characters pod, where
Yes.
you can post your original characters for us to see, and we're going to post the images that anyone sends on there. We do have a Twitter I actually made that we might use for something. Maybe that's where we'll post it from?
Oh.
It's OGOC pod.
Nice.
But Rodney Dangerhog likes selling aluminum siding, being in debt,
Oh no.
and getting respect.
I mean, I understand one of those.
He dislikes mother-in-laws.
Man, Rod, not gonna get along with Kevin, that's for sure.
Mother-in-laws? That sounds great.
Yeah.
A third mother? Awesome.
I'm not sure about these laws, because recently I decided to be chaotic. But more
I can't
moms?
imagine your character being chaotic.
No, he is. He is. He's like chaotic silly.
Thank you, Spivsy. I feel...
I love him. The image is everything.
The image cracked me up so bad when I first saw it.
I feel like he's got to be in Dark Devil's camp. Like,
well, for sure, Rodney Dangerhog and Dark Devil would cleanse this planet, and there would be so much aluminum siding sold.
I feel like his perfect world is just covered in aluminum siding.
His perfect world is where everyone has to give him respect.
Oh my god. And I guess Dark Devil is just a means to an end, but Dark Devil doesn't care. He just lusts for power.
Rodney Dangerhog is just using Dark Devil.
And he needs some aluminum siding, and he doesn't want to install himself.
Our next email, take it away.
This one is Diego the Chinchilla from Jason. What I'm looking at here is a chinchilla playing a saxophone with a sweet hat on.
He looks so cool.
Not everyone can pull that hat off. That's for damn sure. Diego is at the tender age of 18. His weapon is the saxoslam. He's got a super stylish hat. He loves enchiladas, because of course the chinchilla loves enchiladas. That's a fun sentence.
Enchiladas, yum.
Yum. What does he like? Dust baths. What does he dislike? Robotnik and paying taxes. Diego, you have to pay those.
Diego, 100% just hates taxes. Hardcore Republican, hates.
Diego, do you want to live on a Mobius with no roads and no schools for me to go to?
He's a hardcore libertarian, just fucking hates taxes.
Diego, you gotta recognize that we do need to live in a society. And you're clearly above the poverty line with that kind of hat.
It's true. You have a beautiful saxophone as well. So
It's true. It's true. But I get not liking Dr. Robotnik. It's just, I don't think Dr. Robotnik pays taxes either.
Dr. Robotnik, disgusting socialist. Giving away robots for free.
So misunderstood.
You know, canonically, Dr. Robotnik is a feminist.
I believe it.
It's in his canon profile in Sonic Adventure. It says, unknown to most, Dr. Eggman is a feminist. And I was like, yeah, it's unknown to fucking everybody. When has he ever done anything like that?
I guess that's kind of like how, Dumbledore is gay. It's just like, okay, I guess he is.
I guess I'll accept that. There's no evidence in the story. It would have been great if you put it in there, but whatever.
Knuckles is, actually demonstrates being woke and, talking feminist theory in the...
in the Sonic Boom cartoon.
Yeah, that's the best part of that show.
Knuckles is that classic, Sonic Boom, the cartoon. I haven't watched too much of it, but it's classic cartoon in a lot of ways, where they fit the characters into these archetypes. And Knuckles is one of my favorite archetypes, which is the big dumb idiot who just has flashes of pure genius and lucidity.
It reminds me a lot of the Donkey Kong Country cartoon.
Yeah, it's not that bad, though.
It's not that bad. Diego is Tails' next-door neighbor. Diego was the one who suggested that he take up building things.
God, the lore is getting deep.
He spends his time practicing the saxophone and works part-time as an escort.
An escort?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that existed in Sonic World.
Hey, he's 18. It's his choice.
I guess. He can use his chinchilla body however he wants.
we're sex positive on original characters pod.
I know, but man, he looks like he could have such a lucrative career in saxa slamming. Oh, maybe that's what he does when he escorts somebody. He saxa slams them.
I don't think he does it. I don't think he does it for the money. I think he does it to feel alive.
Oh my god.
Let's take a look at these stats before we read his quote. We've got an 80 in cool, so some room for improvement. We've got a pretty high cute stat, a fairly low tough stat, understandable.
He
so
is a chinchilla.
I guess he's a regular sized chinchilla.
He's not an anthropomorphic chinchilla, by the way, everybody. We should probably point that out. He is a regular chinchilla.
No, he is a photorealistic chinchilla.
He's actually a photo, so...
Yes. And he's just maxed out on sacks. Like, that's how you gotta be.
100 sacks.
That makes sense. I mean...
Hit me with that quote, Kevin.
There is no week, nor day, nor hour, when tyranny may not enter upon this country, if the people lose their roughness and spirit of defiance. Walt Whitman said that. And I guess so does Diego.
Diego's favorite quote, straight from Walt Whitman's epitaph to your ears and our hearts. Thank you, Diego.
Thank you, Diego. And I feel like one of the best contributions of this is that Walt Whitman exists in the Sonic universe.
Oh my god.
That rolled. Thank you, Jason.
That rolled.
Are we ready to move on?
We're ready to move on.
Because I got Dad the Hedgehog here.
Oh man, I know how much you love Dad the Hedgehog.
Kevin, who is also a hedgehog, would not understand this character. This is sent to us from VG Dad, who says he's very sorry. We have a portly middle-aged hedgehog. He's got that bod.
He's definitely got the dad bod. He's got a beard.
Got the dad bod. He's got a beard and glasses, and he's saying, "Slow down. You're going to get hurt." I can't do a stern dad voice because it's not me. I'm having too much fun.
Slow down. You're going to get hurt. That was the Bones voice I usually do. Slow down. You're going to get hurt.
You should be his VO.
I should. I'm the voice actor for Dad the Hedgehog. I'm just doing a Bones impression the whole time.
It's perfect. Let me tell you about Dad the Hedgehog. He's a retired adventurer. He's done.
He looks
He's
done.
Over He just wants to come home at night and have a beer. He was once the fastest thing around, but now his top speed clock's in at around 15 miles an hour. But he has to stretch first. That's not bad.
That's pretty good, actually.
I don't think I can go 15 miles an hour.
I couldn't be bothered.
I mean, in a car, definitely.
I couldn't be bothered.
Usually, he gets winded and he has to sit down for too long. He swears he's going to start working out more. He just has to find the time. So get off my ass, okay, Mom the Hedgehog? Hey.
Get off my ass, okay, Mom the Hedgehog?
Ooh.
There's some tension in the Hedgehog family.
Man, Dad the Hedgehog is really flipping Kevin, who is also a hedgehog.
Is Dad the Hedgehog like Sonic the Hedgehog's dad?
I don't know. I think the Hedgehog is a fairly common name in Mobius.
It's like Smith.
Yeah.
Everybody is named the Hedgehog.
His favorite color is whatever color an honest day's work looks like. I guess this is Hank Hill, the Hedgehog. Green, I guess, because of money. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What does he like? He likes honesty, discipline, family, and Coors Light.
He's the daddest Dad the Hedgehog.
What does he dislike? Shenanigans, tomfoolery, horseplay, and salad. Dude,
I'm not eating no rabbit food.
I'm worried you're not.
I'm a hedgehog.
I'm worried we're not going to have Dad the Hedgehog for very long if he's not going to work out and he's not eating a salad.
We're just really worried about you, Dad the Hedgehog.
We need some baseline, good habits. Like, you don't have to eat just salad, but, like, gotta cut down the red meat a little, dude.
You don't have to drink a Coors Light with every meal. Coors Light doesn't even go with breakfast, Dad the Hedgehog.
I think that's the one thing he does have to do.
You're sounding like Mom the Hedgehog.
So, I think, even though they clash with their ideas, I think Dad the Hedgehog exists more in the realm of Kevin, who is also a hedgehog.
Well,
but they
Kevin,
do not
who is also a hedgehog, would hate him.
Oh, definitely.
Because he's a dad.
Definitely. But would he join the Dark Devil community?
No, he would think that was tomfoolery.
And Dark Devil hates all parents.
That's true. Dark Devil would kill him immediately. As soon as he found out his name was Dad, he'd be like, Dad, that was my dad's name. And he'd kill him. Dad the Echidna.
I mean, I like him. Like, if we're gonna...
This character's hilarious.
He's real. He's real shit, man. Like, I feel like I know him.
You do. We all do.
I feel like he's just leaping out of the page at me. But slowly.
Yeah, only at 15 miles per hour. Thanks for that email, VG Dad.
Yeah, thank you.
That was a good one. Our next one is from Sam, who sent us a beautiful picture of Carbonic the Hedgehog.
Oh my god.
That we'll have to sell. And the Carbonic is saying, I'm coming for you, sledge man. And he gurgles.
This is twisted and I love it.
This is beautiful. He seems to be based on a character that I won't mention that comes up in the description. His name, Carbonic the Hedgehog. Height, 4.5 dozen apples tall. That's a lot of apples, though.
Wow.
His weight, the weight of a heavy conscience and a love for the environment.
Damn.
His speed, still super fast, but maybe not as much because of the flippers, but don't worry.
Okay, good.
His catchphrase, we're swamping.
We're swamping.
We're swamping. His description, everyone knows the original Sonic the Hedgehog was all about saving the environment and the critters from the evil forces of mankind and its robot idols. But somewhere along the way, Sonic forgot that important mission, and he began to act out in ways that confused me and my understanding of the franchise. He started doing backflips in New York and jumping into space to stop the galactic gangsters and the rude Toad dudes.
Yeah.
Who would look after nature when Sonic didn't have time to slow down to smell the flowers?
Whoa.
Deep below the surface of Celery Lake, a boiling rage begins to glow. From it emerged Carbonic the Hedgehog, savior of the green grass and the stinky mud.
Cool.
Carbonic has all the powers of Sonic and all the powers of Super Swamp, another original character I came up with a long time ago, so please do not tell me about Swamp Thing. I heard about it, and I know for a fact it's a coincidence.
Glad we cleared that one up.
I was wondering. Just a coincidence.
He's just a step ahead. He's a step ahead.
Anyway, Carbonic can control plant life and has superhuman strength and can regrow himself anywhere. Yes, he wears flippers so he can swim through the swamp without a care in the world. Yes, he can still grind with them, as if they were built with soap shoe technology by his genius friend, Steals the Bread Box. Which is a genius joke, by the way. Carbonic is seen here, swearing vengeance against his greatest enemy. It's still Dr. Eggman, but Carbonic can't talk so good because his mouth is filled with wet mushrooms.
Same, man.
It's his destiny to save the world from Dr. Eggman's evil schemes and ultimately wipe out the human race as an endgame solution to dire ecological imbalance. That's a long way off, though, so don't worry. That took a turn.
Oh, man, I thought he was going to be in my camp, but it's Dark Devils all the way down.
Him and Dark Devil could be best friends. Oh my god, that took such a turn. It's like he's here to protect the environment. Also, his endgame is to obliterate the human race.
Well, whatever, there's like a dozen humans in the Sonic universe. So.
I guess all the animals get to keep living. When Carbonic gets mad, he turns into Super Carbonic. He turns all red and tells all the plants in the area to stop giving off oxygen so the people in the surrounding area slowly choke on their own breath.
That's sick.
That's horrific.
It's so fucking awesome.
He also gets to be really fast and uses his super strength punch. He once created a strain of fungus that poisoned a whole town before the National Guard was called in to aid rescue attempts. His favorite food is Wheaties.
How does he chew them?
He chews them with the mushrooms.
He's got a mush mouth. How does he chew?
And that's Carbonic the Hedgehog. Sincerely, Sam.
I love how sincere that character.
God damn, Sam, that's amazing.
Oh my god. I love the twist. Like, I love this character seems pretty good. I like the nature. I like the environmental tones. Boom. The genocide hits you.
God, he started out so nice, and he ended up so villainous.
I feel like that's true to the rhythm of the Sonic OC.
It's true.
Like they gotta take a hard left down Crazy Town.
Oh my god,
Boulevard.
dude. Sledgeman, Eggman. He just couldn't say it right. It all made sense from the beginning. All the clues were there.
I feel like that endearing quirk is going to be difficult to keep up.
I want to see more adventures from Carbonic.
Me too.
I follow Sam on Twitter, which you should too. We don't normally give out last names on this podcast or any podcast I'm on, besides that one guy's. Give out his all the time by accident. But you should check out Sam Lindstrom on Twitter. His art is great, and he's hilarious.
And he's from Massachusetts, which is a good place to be from. But also other places are good.
Nah, Massachusetts.
Just Massachusetts.
Our next email.
Who we got?
Is from...
I thought we weren't doing last name.
His last name is G. G-E-E. It's actually Command Throw is the name he would rather be called.
Okay. I will... Yes, thank you, Command Throw.
The name of this character is Tornado Tooth Cold Fang.
Oh my god.
Which is a dope name. I'm gonna guess that Kevin, who is also a hedgehog, would hate him because his name is Tornado.
It would be a rough patch to get over, to be sure.
He is a neon green wolf with lightning bolts in his fur pattern, which is dope as fuck.
That is really cool.
He has one big tuft of red, all caps, hair that hangs over his left eye, and it has a scar over it, and because of the scar, his iris turned white, so he has one blue eye and one white eye.
Take a drink for mismatched eyes.
Everybody down that drink. Finish it.
Finish your drink for mismatched eyes.
He can spin so fast he turns into a small tornado.
Oh my god, we're gonna fight. We're gonna fight so hard.
This is your enemy, dude.
If anyone holds the secret to the tornado dimension, it's Tornado Tooth Cold Fang.
Oh my god, dude. This is the final battle. Like, he's gonna join your acapella group, and he'll be like, hey, my name's Cold Fang. And you'll be like, oh man, nice to meet you. And then one day, you'll look at his fucking registration card, and it says Tornado Tooth Cold Fang on it, and the world will change.
I pictured on his, like, registration card, there was, what elements are you? And I didn't even think about first name.
What elements are you? Tornado and cold. He can freeze people with his ice howl breath. I like that it's howl.
That's cool. All these are cool words.
He has a dark and mysterious past. Original character, do not steal.
Oh, okay. Shit.
That's it. That's all we got.
Thanks, Command Throw.
That's the coolest looking character we've got so far, and I didn't even see a picture of it.
I gotta tell you, I like him.
I like him too. So far, there's none that I haven't liked. There's some that have made me question existence itself.
There's some that are such incredible performance art, and there's some that just make me feel what I should feel when I encounter a Sonic. That's pretty cool.
Well, our next email is from Omega Bagel, aka Josh.
Josh!
Who's a professional art boy.
He is, and he has a professional-ass Sonic OC named Razor.
Hell yeah.
Razor is going Saiyan 4 or some shit.
He's going Super Saiyan a million.
And he's got cool red Saiyan hair. He's got red fur and green eyes and a muscly bod, big old hands.
Fucking samurai sword.
He's got cool jeans with a belt buckle. He's got a scar on his chest.
He's definitely wearing like Capsule Corporation boots from Dragon Ball Z.
And they're dope. And he's got a katana that's like taller than he is.
That was so where you're from. The way you said katana.
He's got a katana.
He's got a katana.
No, dude. That's not a katana. That is a katana.
You're right.
That's like caramel and caramel.
Or you can go Super Saiyan Red. That's what he's doing.
Oh shit, I should read the fucking lore.
You should. We're marveling over this amazing fucking art he sent in. We'll have to share it with everybody.
Razor the Hedgehog has the power to make his quills razor sharp and shoot them at bad guys. That's good.
Oh man, he stole your power.
He also killed Sephiroth and took his... Sephiroth. And took his sword.
Dude, that explains the katana.
That's where he got it, from Sephiroth.
Sephiroth.
Took his sword, Masamune. Masamune, y'all. He was on the way to hang out with his best friend, Trunks. Cool.
Dude, he's best friends with Trunks?
That's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
He also has super strength and can lift 1 trillion pounds.
Oh my god, he might be stronger than Dark Devil. Oh my god.
God, if anyone can keep Dark Devil in check, it's probably Razor. Razor's totally going in my acapella group.
Oh my god, I guess you'll have to keep Dark Devil out with Razor.
He's the only check and balance against Razor and the rogues gallery he's put together.
Yeah, I guess he can turn Super Saiyan Red, which is higher than Super Saiyan 3.
That's not even a number, that's a color. That's incredible.
Colors are higher than letters.
He is also an orphan because Robotnik killed his parents with a laser chainsaw.
Oh my god!
Understandably, Razor is on a quest for revengeance.
Who can blame him? God, who can blame him?
I never imagined that behind those innocent, angry eyes that a hurtful past was there. Like, he's really lifting 1 trillion pounds of hurt in his heart.
Damn.
I love him.
We're learning about the human condition in this podcast. It's not just the weird Sonic OC condition.
Hey, I never thought about it like that.
Thank you, Josh. What an enlightening email. Also, that picture is dope.
That picture's so dope.
Our next email is from MD, a doctor, sent this email.
Oh, cool.
William the Hedgehog. The Hedgehog. He's a certified CPA and trapped in a marriage where he's not necessarily unhappy, but he doesn't quite know what he wants.
Well, that's an important first step, William.
He checked off all the marks in life, got a good job, got married, had some kids, but the kids are in college now, and he realized he hasn't been truly alone with his wife in over 25 years. So, he's earning his degree in engineering to make robots with just big old dongers. He interns with Dr. Robotnik in his vaguely phallic division and couldn't be happier. Also, his house is a taco or something.
Man, William, you're a fucking sellout, dude.
And then William, there's a second email that was sent later, a lot later, that says, also he has a dope-ass leather jacket that says no rules that his stepdad gave him. It's got spikes and shit, and his mom never takes away his GameCube. Also, he's taller than Sonic and Brad from my math class.
Well, that
took such a turn.
That just paints him in a completely new dimension. I mean...
That took a turn between two different Sonic OC types. There's the obvious joke, what if an adult was in the Sonic world? Because they're all teenagers type character.
Yep.
And then the second email is definitely, I'm a kid in school and I don't want to fucking eat my vegetables, so I'm making a Sonic OC.
I feel like if Dad the Hedgehog goes down to the old watering hole or the local Applebee's to drink, he's gonna run into William.
They're probably drinking buddies.
Oh, definitely.
Dad the Hedgehog talks about that bitch Mom the Hedgehog trying to make him cut the grass.
And I don't think Dad the Hedgehog has the emotional depth to really help William with his marital problems.
No.
But
he keeps telling him just tough it out, man. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, because I get the feeling Dad the Hedgehog's very Catholic, and it's maybe one of you will die and you can remarry.
Yep. And he's like, by the way, I don't know what the hell a hedgehog is. What is that? What type of animal are you?
I picture it just like a hedgehog, but one eye is higher than the other.
They only have one eye. It's just tilted. It's tilted on their heads.
It's just kind of a melty hedgehog.
Thank you for William the Hedgehog, MD. We appreciate that.
Next one's from Rian. What, you ready for me to bust in this one?
I'm ready. I was just gonna say she's a M-Class fan as well.
Aw, thanks, Rian.
Kevin, I believe in you.
I'm looking at what appears to be a half a dozen eggs with tongue sticking out.
It's a half a dozen egg carton with googly eyes, a tongue sticking out, and little stick arms.
Carton Boy RN. Dr. Eggman's long lost Eggman.
Eggman. Well, I mean, you read it like a last name. That makes more sense than his name being Eggman.
Dr. Eggman's long-lost son, Carton Boy, tried to fill his father's shoes by going into the medical field. However, when he finally tries to win his father's respect, a lot of parental issues.
Oh, God, that's Sonic for you, buddy.
He finds out Eggman isn't actually a medical doctor. Oh, no.
No, he makes robots. Why did his son think that?
Well, his name's Eggman. Why wouldn't an Eggman be a doctor? Distraught by the visual of his years in nursing school that are proven worthless, Carton Boy is determined to destroy his father and his army of robot offspring. Wow. Okay, so I guess he's on the side of good, but he
just wants revenge, dude. That's all he cares about. It doesn't matter who gets in his way.
Here's some vital stats. What's Carton Boy's speed? Slow. Ability type? Munching. Duh. Moves? Eat it, wipe, calm down.
He's gonna need calm down after he wipes, for sure.
That's gonna come in very useful in this universe.
None of the other OCs have calm down. What's gonna happen when they get upset?
He's the true cleric of the group, I feel.
Fucking William the Hedgehog is gonna murder his wife when he gets upset next time because he doesn't have calm down.
I feel like most adults in the human universe could go with a few skill points in the calm down.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Let's talk about skills. He's a registered nurse.
He is an
He's
RN.
got good beds. Oh, that's what RN
Registered nurse.
I get it now. He's got good bedside manners and advanced vengeance, which is surprising given all of the vengeance we've seen.
His vengeance isn't like everybody else's. Like, your character's vengeance against the tornado, piddling. Piddling compared to Carton Boy registered nurse.
Wow. I feel like Carton Boy really opens up Kevin, who is also a hedgehog's world, and really makes him consider.
Interestingly enough, this character seems like they would be a good guy because they're against Robotnik. The email is titled OC Sonic Antagonist.
Really?
Carton Boy also would be against all the good characters too. Anybody who gets in his way of his bloody vengeance on his father. Dr. Eggman.
Damn. I guess he's a lone wolf. I pictured him far more benign, but you're right. He's an antagonist.
You see his angry eyebrows that are drawn on over his googly eyes.
I do. I feel like when it comes down to it, Carton Boy's not going to pull the trigger.
You think so?
Like, he's a good boy. He's a good boy at heart. I feel like he's good.
No, dude. He's going to eat him. He's going to eat his own father.
Nah, his will is going to be tested. Maybe, but once he does eat his father, I mean, also he's going to have to deal with the fact that didn't Dark Devil kill Robotnik already?
Dark Devil beat up Robotnik.
Oh, okay, but he killed Sonic.
He killed Sonic and all of Sonic's friends, but then he brought them back to life afterwards so he could laugh at them.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. I love him. Thank you, Rian. That's
a beautiful character, Rian. Thank you so much.
All of these are journeys.
I really feel like none of them end where they start.
No.
Like, we're at a different place mentally by the end of each one.
These are documentaries of the soul, is what we're really seeing right here.
Our next email is from Jared, who says, the title is, of course, Sonic OC, please don't steal. If anyone steals any of these OCs, we'll know. They got copy protection.
Please, guys, stop stealing.
Make a ridiculously fast, intelligent bipedal animal that middle school you would find rad, you say?
Yup.
To me, that means a completely overpowered, broken mess of a character consent that plays fast and loose with established canon, with a backstory full of hyperbole, cliches, and bad grammar. Here goes.
Yes.
My totally original character, please don't steal, is Gary Stu the Hedgehog.
Gary Stu.
A little on the nose. One dark and stormy night, perfect start, by the way. That is the perfect start. One dark and stormy night, an expectant mother hedgehog had escaped from the clutches of the evil Dr. Robotnik. Weak and near death, she stumbles across the hidden clearing of the Master Emerald. Weakened, the hedgehog climbs atop the Master Emerald, and as she dies, she gives birth to a green hedgehog with 7 spines. And when Gary Stu was born, the storm cleared, and the light of the waning gibbous moon showed upon the Master Emerald. And infused baby Gary Stu the powers of the Chaos Emerald, giving him the ability to turn super.
Cool.
Also on the night of the waning gibbous moon, Gary Stu's 7 quills each glow a color of a Chaos Emerald. And then he can go Hyper Gary Stu then.
Hell yeah.
Gary Stu is the strongest, fastest, smartest of all hedgehogs.
Boom.
He can dunk a basketball from half court.
I read ahead a
He
little.
plays lead guitar, and the cute girl who sits behind him in math totally thinks he's the coolest and wants to ask him to sit with her at lunchtime and share her Dunkaroos.
Holy shit. See, that's the sort of wish fulfillment fantasy I can get behind.
This is literally the coolest character.
That's it. That's what I want for Dark Devil.
Dark Devil,
You
he wants the cute girl who sits behind him in math class to think he's the coolest.
I just want Gary Stu to show Dark Devil how to live. Before Dark Devil destroys all life, can Gary Stu show him one day what it's like to really live?
I don't know, man. There's a lot of bullies at school, I guess. Damn, what a beautiful character. Gary
That is
Stu.
a beautiful
Thank
character.
you, Jared.
Thank you for putting Gary Stu into the world and our
I also love that email ends sent from my magic space phone from the future. Our next email is from Yakub, who says, first time.
Nice.
Which is hilarious. He says, hello, fellow original characters, OCers, Okers, Jevons, Kefs.
Nice.
You picked the name for members of the community. Original characters. It's the name of everything related to this podcast except the email address that has pod at the end of it and the Twitter, which is OGOCpod. Fuck you, Twitter and Gmail. I don't know much about Sonic besides the memes and watching some playthrough on YouTube. As far as my OC, as a kid, I was drawing Jeeps in MS Paint. Jeep like the car. One was the Painter Jeep, and it had a purple beret on the roof.
That rules.
I stored the drawings on floppies and labeled them with a pencil. They're probably lost to time now. Have fun with this new endeavor. Yours truly, Yakub.
Wow.
That was our first regular email that wasn't a character.
Thanks, Yakub.
Thank you.
I appreciate the sentiment, but I'm also just thinking about a painter Jeep who is part of we established that cars exist, so why not a sentient Jeep with the soul of an artist?
Look, I don't want to bring the Cars dimension into the Sonic dimension. We'll get to Cars eventually.
It's a different episode.
I've never made a Cars OC before. I guess we'll get there. Thanks for that email, though, Yakub. It means a lot that you're with us on this journey.
Yeah. So here's, I think, our last.
Yes.
All right. This is from Tony, and his character is Banshee, and he's got a picture of him.
It's just a Banshee, huh?
And he's kind of a scary stuffed creature wearing a mask, but he's kind of cute. He's got little cheeky swirls. He could maybe he's a stuffed ghost hedgehog. He's wearing normal ass shoes.
Maybe that's Tony's style though. Is stuff that's a little scary but cute at the same time.
I love him. I love Banshee. Tony goes on to write, Banshee is a stuffed creature created and stitched by a child who is a fan of the original Hedgehog series. This creation is special, though, as it possesses the spirit of the same child who created it.
No.
So he went creepypasta with it, which is a facet we had not seen yet in the Sonic universe. One day during school, the child brought the stuffed creature to the school, and everyone died. So the kid...
That's it, huh? We don't get any new information about that.
Boom, got him, dead. So the kid threw the abomination in the attic to rot. Years later, after the child went the boarding school for the blind, they touched the dusty thing and got sucked into the toy. In order for the person to walk around and do things regularly without killing anyone for being so ugly, they have to wear a mask. Thanks.
So I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to take from this.
No, it's a metaphor.
What is it a metaphor for, Kevin?
Well, we all have things in our past that we're ashamed of doing.
I'm doing a podcast about it right now.
We all have memories with jagged edges, and sometimes we're afraid if we remove the mask that hides them, people will see our true form, and we'll repeat the mistakes that we made us so ashamed in the first place. That's what Banshee's about. But he's also a little cutie, and I like his shirt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kevin, has anyone ever told you you're full of shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. It is cute. It's a cute little guy. Banshee is also kind of scary.
Yeah.
And if you would like to see some cute and/or scary art, and also other stuff that he also tweets about, you can go on over to @TofuMech. He's also an artist on Twitter. Since I plugged Sam's art, I gotta plug his too. It's only fair, and they're both good. What did we learn today?
Is this our positive takeaway?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't punch down at anybody.
We tried
not to.
Good. Yeah, we didn't. We definitely didn't hate on. We didn't yuck anyone's yum.
No, hopefully. I mean, if it turns out any of those people were being serious, we're fucked right out the gate in episode 1. We failed the prerogative right out the gate.
I feel like we learned that childhood is tough. And it never ends because adulthood is a lie. And we never truly master our emotions. And sometimes we just like things that go fast and animals and shit. You know?
I feel like that was going somewhere profound for a minute.
I'm full of shit, Jeff.
At the end of the day, creativity is universal. It is universally a good thing to be creative. No matter what you're putting your creative energy into, you're exercising the muscles which will one day help you create something truly grand.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone.
As I love to say, the Tolstoy, the Dostoevsky of the future isn't going to come out of some joyless, fun-hating recluse. It's going to come right out of some person who used to create fan characters.
That's a really lovely sentiment.
Probably bullshit, but here's hoping, right? If I'm proved right.
But that's the best kind of bullshit because it could be not bullshit.
That's true. At the end of the day, we're two grown men who just spent 2 hours making fun of our younger selves in a podcast. And hopefully you got some yucks and with the laughing kind of yucks and not the gross kind of yucks.
Yeah, I had fun. I'm tired from laughing so much.
It was a trying night for my lungs. If you'd like to send in your own original character to us, don't send any more Sonic ones. Wait for us to announce what the next episode is. Well, actually, let's just announce what the next episode is going to be right now. What do you want to do next, Kevin?
Let's do My Hero Academia next.
We will do My Hero Academia next. Hopefully, you guys are fans. If you're not fans, send in a character anyway. Most of you probably weren't fans of Sonic, and you sent in characters.
It's just a superhero.
just send in your original character to originalcharacterspod@gmail.com.
This is a fun experiment.
It was. I feel like it was a success for us. I don't know how the fuck anybody else is going to take it.
Oh, we are going to post the art. If you send us art, we want to post it on the hashtag, maybe on the Twitter account.
We'll post it with the hashtag on the Twitter account. And
Boom.
The Twitter account is OGOC Pod, or like OG like original, and OC like original character. It's original characters pod. OGOC Pod. I'm sure people were just like, what the fuck is this guy saying? That's our Twitter. And the hashtag, if you'd rather just follow that, is hashtag original characters pod. Thanks for tuning in. This is going to be the most popular podcast on the entire internet. I'm calling it now.
We're blowing up. Jeff, where can people find you if they want to give you love and money?
You can find me on Twitter @_Jeff Pennington. You can find me on the interwebs at www.jeffpennington.art.
Oh.
What about you, Kevin? Where can the people find you?
You can find me on Twitter @RealKevinCole. I don't really have a website, but that's okay. You can go on Twitter and I'll be there.
Always.
Always.
Forever.
Forever.
There's no escape, Kevin. And on that cheery note,
yay!
We'll see you in whatever amount of time it's going to be until the next episode with more original characters. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you for listening to Original Characters. Our theme music is Kai by Vidazen. You can find him on Twitter @_VIDAZEN_. And look him up on YouTube too, because he's great. The Original Characters podcast is made by Jeff Pennington, Kevin Cole. Thanks for listening.